Hello, everyone. So I got a treat for you. I had four lenses that I'm comparing. I have the 24 millimeter crop sensor lens from Nikon. It's an f1.7 versus the crop sensor. I'm sorry, the full frame lens of 35 millimeter f1.4. And then also I have the 33 millimeter Viltrox APS-C lens, which is a 1.4, versus the Nikon Z 50 millimeter f1.4. So it's kind of like 35 millimeter range to 50 millimeter range. And we're going to compare pictures, and I want you to let me know what you think the differences. And do you really need a full frame lens, or can you use your APS-C lenses with the full frame camera? I took everything on the Z8. So let's go to the first set of pictures. And I'll go to the share. I'm hoping this will work. There we go. All right. Now, this is at nighttime, okay? And this is the 24 millimeter APS-C lens. You see, it's kind of blurry. Nothing is in focus except for if I go back here. So I was manual focusing, but I was going at the farther distance than what you see close up. And then you can see the lights on the house, clouds. But you can see how much noise it is at nighttime. And that's the only problem I see with this lens. And then if we go outside, which I took today, it does a much better job in focusing. And I got some coming back in. So that's it with the 24 millimeter. Okay, I put my face on here just to show you. And I'm going to bring this a little bit over there. Okay. And I'll bring it just a little bit more. I messed up right there. I meant to do this. Okay. That way you can see me on here. And yeah, that should do it, hopefully. Hopefully I'm in the screen. Let me move this right about there. And I might make it a little bit, no, can't do it. Thought I could crop it in a little bit, but I can't. Okay, this is the 50 millimeter. I'm sorry, this is the 35 millimeter f1.4. So let's take the first pictures. And at nighttime, I saw no difference using the Z8. Okay. There was a lot more noise on the 24 millimeter, but now this is a full frame 35 millimeter. If I scroll down, it still doesn't look good at nighttime, but things are a little bit more sharper than the 24 millimeter. And this is still at night. And then at daytime, it's a different story. So if we scroll here, so this is full frame. This is the way it should be. This is 35 millimeter. So now let's go to the 33 millimeter, which is close to the 50 millimeter. So this was 35. You saw the 24. Now we're going to go to the 33. So I'm moving myself down to the left corner, but this is a 33 millimeter now. As you can see, the Viltrox looks a little bit more sharper, but still at nighttime, this camera had problem focusing, when there's lack of light. And I didn't bring a flash or anything. I just wanted to see how it did at nighttime. And as you can see, daytime is a different story. So for a crop sensor lens, and we can crop it in a little bit. You see, still not in focus because it was focusing on air. But if we take this picture, it's a different story. See, now you can read that. That's the difference. Daytime does make a difference, and then more light. So here's the last one, the 15 millimeter. And as you can see, it had a hard time also focusing, but this did a pretty good job also in certain places. Daytime, different story. Everything is sharp. Everything is clear. I can get an airplane going through the clouds. And this is a 15 millimeter f1.4 at 1.4. So the surprise is that the remaining pictures is using the Z8 and the lens, one lens. You got to guess what lens I'm using. So let's go and take a look at these pictures. And with the 45 megapixel camera, you can crop in, look at things that are sharp. That's why you get a higher megapixel camera. And that's a cool shot. I had to do that, but that looked good. Of course, I went inside to my neighbor's place to visit. And I love his white cabinets and his countertops. And just showing a little bit around of the two dogs that I came to visit with. Fed them and petted them for a while, cleaned up their mess, put out some trash. And you can see where it's sharp here. And then it's, with it wide open, you can get that blurriness. Just depends what you're focusing on. And then there's the two dogs. They got their food, they got their treats. The other way. So, but I just love the colors. These plants are doing well, very well lit. And I think I'll end it on that. And I might make it a full screen. There we go. looks good. So, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day. Let me know down in the comments which lens I use with the Z8. And the four differences are the 24 millimeter compared to the full frame 35 millimeter, and the APS-C 33 millimeter compared to the full frame 50 millimeter. APS-C versus full frame. Bye, folks. I'll see you later.